Deputy President. I rise to speak about some culturally important events that took place in Darwin over the winter break. The North Australia Indigenous Ranger Forum, which was held in Darwin on Larrakia-Kenbi country. The North Australia Indigenous Ranger Forum is in its third year and brings together ranger groups from Cape York right across the top end to the Kimberley. I was certainly able to head across to the gathering from Darwin Harbour by ferry to Cox Peninsula to meet the 400 rangers who gathered for knowledge sharing, networking and professional development. More than 60 ranger groups from Cairns to Broome came together over 3 days, camped out there, and it was organised by the Northern Land Council. I was also pleased to be able to invite the Shadow Minister for Northern Australia, Senator Murray Watt, who was in Darwin that week and has been up there quite a number of times, in fact, in the Northern Territory. We might have to make him an honorary Territorian. And he came to attend the Ranger Forum. Techniques in fire management and preventative burning at the beginning of the dry season help mitigate against destructive bushfires in the Northern Territory. And sea monitoring for turtles, dugongs, dolphins, as well as ghost nets and debris helps better protect sea life. So for those of you who don't know, the ghost nets are a really significant issue for our sea creatures right around Australia, but in particular in the north. So our sea rangers are very focused on making sure that those ghost nets are removed from the oceans as they cause tremendous damage to our wildlife. So more and more of our ranger groups are combining those techniques that they use to look after our waterways and our lands. They're combining their traditional techniques with new research and technology, working in partnership with universities and government to upskill and protect and preserve biodiversity in the best possible way. That's why, Madam Acting Deputy President, the Indigenous Ranger Forum is so important. It's a welcome place where groups can share knowledge, learn new skills and also connect with one another, because you don't often get to see each other when, in particular, the ranger groups are focused and based in very isolated parts of Northern Australia. So it's also important from a mental health exercise as well to bring together that community spirit and knowing that you're doing something very worthwhile, not just from a cultural perspective, but just overall for our country in terms of looking after Australia. For the Mudbulk Ranger Nicholas Hunter, the highlight of the forum was learning how drones can enhance a ranger group's capabilities in compliance, fire, biosecurity and erosion management. He said using drones can save a lot of time and help with safety. For example, if you're fire burning, you wouldn't want to get trapped in an area where someone has been burning. You can send the drones in to check and they can take video shots of what is going on. Also, for the protection of sacred site areas and ceremony grounds, drones can be useful. He'll now take the new skills learned from the forum back to Warrawee on Goulburn Island to share with his colleagues. I was also very proud to see the Lianthus Widiata Sea Rangers who come from my home country of the Yanyua people in Borroloola, and certainly the Wanyagawa Rangers, who are also my clan group from the Gulf area of Robinson River and Wollongong Station. So they were able to come together and share information. I'm certainly proud of the strength Indigenous Rangers show in caring for country, looking after sites and protecting and preserving what we know is important to preserve. And it's also providing really important employment opportunities. Rangers are often seen as the leaders in community, Madam Acting Deputy President, and they're looked up to and admired, and they take that role very seriously and often carrying the struggles of others and their lives and families on their shoulders. So I certainly thanked each and every one of the Rangers for the work they do and for the love they show for their culture, their country and their people. And I'm immensely proud to be able to acknowledge the work of Indigenous Rangers across the Northern Territory and all people who work with them, Indigenous and non-Indigenous, right across Northern Australia, and pay tribute to them. I'll speak again on another night of the Darwin Festival.
Thank you, Senator McCarthy.